Yes, I understand a lot of people just can't go there. Science fiction films, or SF, which can also stand for speculative fiction. And one step further, SF films about time travel has a lot of people racing for the nearest exit. But here's one so ingenious, I'm putting it right up there on the top shelf as one of the 10 best cinematic chronology crunches ever made. So, for those of you who can cope, please step this way. For the rest of you, exit via the men's loo. Nothing weird in that, it's a reference to something in the film. Let's just get on with
it. Nerds. Hey. Didn't we all agree to stop using the N-word? Didn't we?
I don't agree to anything.
Nerd is the word they use to keep us down.
You should use the term Imagineer.
Yeah.
When FAQATT was released in its native UK, it was promoted with a very Brit-centric proclamation. It's Doctor Who meets Shaun of the Dead. And that's not invalid, except I don't really ever recall the good doctor starting an adventure in a pub with 3 pints of stiff stout under his belt. Chris O'Dowd as Ray, Dean Lennox Kelly as Pete, and Marc Wooton as Toby are the pragmatist, the cynic, and the dreamer. We collect a few hints regarding their common aspirations. They want to escape from their dead-end jobs, become famous, rich and get laid, but let's face it, in their rather sedate time stream, none of the above is going to be happening anytime soon. Or is it? So how is it that these lager lads end up in a rift that threatens the very fabric of time and space itself, in the process becoming so famous they have fans who hold look-alike parties in their honour? And no, I'm not trying to upsell, that really happens in the future. And they don't even have to leave the pub to find out about it. I know, you're thinking, oh, that's a cheap way to do a movie. Just build one set, shabby old pub interior, all stock standard bits and bobs, and there's the art department budget cut in half, right? Well, yes, but the fact that the location of the story is so constrained, our heroes so firmly rooted in one place, it becomes almost impossible for these Imagineers to navigate away from the inevitable. The consequences they have to face all happen within that confined space.
Hey, didn't we all agree to stop using the N-word? Didn't we?
I don't agree to anything.
Okay, no spoilers, not in this time stream. Let's just say it's delightful to see how the long-argued paradoxes of time travel theory become intrinsic to the action, and the new complexities are built on the shoulders of other complexities, like Cassie, for example, a time-travelling plumber of sorts, with some self-confidence issues, delightfully played by Anna Faris.
Let's see how good your research really is. What is the grandfather paradox?
I've got to be honest with you, Ray. I didn't exactly finish the manual. It was like a brick. I'm more of a quick start pamphlet kind of girl.
She arrives just at the right moment to repair a leak in time, and there we are, 30 minutes into the film and everything is fixed, and it looks like Ray might even get laid. As if. The boy's hopelessly under-exercised hormones and a string of questionable choices result in even more temporal turmoils. And thanks to that, we, the audience, have a lot more fun. Now, most time travel movies or time manipulation movies, they really generally suck at the timey-wimey bits. Really, they do. Don't get me started on Looper or Source Code. Movies that relegate the clock conundrums to second or third plot place behind lots of scenes involving good guys, bad guys, chasing each other around, usually with guns. Look, you can throw Terminator in there as well. There are, of course, exceptions. The Back to the Future movies, especially the second film, where the impact of future on past is the driver of the plot, and the challenges for the lead characters come from the impact of alternate futures and pasts on each other. FAQATT truly mans up to the task and exuberantly throws itself into the mucky stuff of grandfather and chaos paradoxes, and the really big issue, why you should absolutely never have sex with anyone while time travelling.
Don't sleep with anyone. Always ends up being your mum or your gran.
Oh, that's just sick.
Right, it's still tonight. We haven't gone back to the Blitz.
You ask for rules, I'm giving you rules.
Okay, don't kill anything, don't anything.
For once, we have an SF film created by people who clearly understand the finer points of the genre with which they are working. The script is a little firecracker. It's a slow burner to start, but then it explodes into a life of its own. There's a great idea that starts playing with time before we're really even thrust into the time travel, and that's to have Ray tell of an experience in flashback in the middle of what has, to that point, been a chronologically ordered plot.
I'm Cassie. You don't know me, but I know you very well. At least, I feel like I do. I've read all about you.
All about me.
Yeah, I guess from your perspective, those books haven't been written yet, but,
Haven't been written yet, like from the future.
Exactly.
These playful storytelling techniques make for some internal treats relating to other time travel films. So thank you, writer Jamie Mathieson and director Gareth Carrivick, for not treating your audience as if they are mentally defective or incapable of processing the paradoxes. And thank you also for being creative enough to do this all with great wit and some really sharp dialogue.
Well, yeah, they try to erase them from history just because they don't like them.
Like Hitler.
Yeah, like Hitler, but a lot of the times it's more of a personal taste thing.
Like Paris Hilton.
Who?
Brilliant.
High five to the three lead actors, especially Chris O'Dowd, and see how his career's exploded since this film was made. Movies internationally like St Vincent in the USA, The Sapphires in Australia and Calvary in Ireland, and the TV shows Moon Boy and The IT Crowd. Here, O'Dowd's comic timing and recurring foot and mouth exchanges with Anna Faris prove he's one of the best.
Get away from him, you bitch.
And Dean Lennox Kelly's rendition of Total Eclipse of the Heart in The Men's Loo proves that even the manliest of men really do have a pop diva inside them just waiting to get out. The way the joke is played once and then revisited again in the film just doubles the fun. So, why and how did FAQATT or FAQATT fall between the cracks? Well, the reviews were a little mixed. Yeah, okay, they were unkind, with observations like mildly diverting and feels like a stretched-out TV pilot. Wow, thanks for killing the British film industry there, guys. Comments like that are not going to make anybody want to line up at a multiplex box office to buy a ticket. So, were the critics right? Like I care, but what do you think? Actually, that is something I care about very much. Right, so track down a copy and take note. It's one of those films that has more clues after all the thank yous to the Dolly Grips, the Best Boys, the Honey Wagon Drivers have rolled on up the screen. Yes, there's more movie after the movie, so pay attention. End. Hey, that's my line.